NERDSoul. Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. And what is up, my people? I am here at Capitol Ale House, downtown RVA, showing them some love. And today we're going to be getting into on screen. That's right, movie and TV news. And before I get started, I got to show you my special guest, my man Avery Evans. What's up, man?
Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang.
Oh man, so before we get started, I'm here at RVA. Had to check out Capitol Ale House. They've been so good to me. Gave me a chance to come out here, shoot, and all that stuff. So we're gonna get right into it. And first off, we gotta talk about that Ghost in the Shell trailer review. I guess I'll let you start off on it because I don't know. Here, we'll both give the face value review.
Say no names is a little biased.
I'm mad about that trailer. I'm mad about the whole situation, but I'll let Avery give you the sweet version. He'll be the nice version.
Soften the blow.
Soften it for him. Let him know.
I saw the trailer. It looked dope. I'm gonna be truthful to you all out there. I know just about Ghost in the Shell, just in the name. I haven't had a chance to watch the original, so before the movie comes out, I will watch the original and probably some of the follow-ups. I know it's a legendary anime, one of the first forebearers here in America as anime. It looked good. Kind of had the way the world was and the scenes I saw. Remind me a little bit of Aeon Flux a little bit, like the real Aeon Flux, the cartoon.
Okay.
A little bit of, and it did have a little bit of an anime, how some of the stuff happened feel to it.
Yeah.
We know it's live action, so it had that feel. It looked good. I'm just saying, it looked good. I'm trying to keep this blow soft before he blow up the spot.
Oh man.
We had our girl Scarlett Johansson, and I just kind of remember her from Lucy. That was, I'm not gonna go there. I mean, she's good as Black Widow, so
we'll see.
Look, it's a Japanese movie. How can we get a Japanese person? Even though a friend of mine counteracted and said that Japanese animation, that Japan mimics it off of white women. But that's for a whole nother podcast episode.
And which is his singular opinion. So, all right, let me tell you about the trailer.
Uh-oh.
Let's get started.
What really grinds your gears?
The trailer does look good. It's 2016. Every trailer that's sci-fi action should look good. You guys should be spending money on these effects. It should look great, and it does. My issue.
Remember where the trailer weren't that good and people was complaining?
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, in 2016, it should look good.
Okay.
So, like, we shouldn't give you credit for something that should happen. And a lot of the stuff is taken almost straight from the animated movie or the series. Mm-hmm. So those things do look good. My issue with it is that you're taken out of the trailer. And this is something that I knew I had an issue with the trailer, but I didn't know what it was until I saw Jason Inman speaking about it. And he was saying, every time I see Scarlett Johansson, I kind of come out of it a little bit. And it's like, okay. And then you have to kind of get back into it. And it's because you have a completely Japanese background, almost a completely Japanese cast, and then you have this one white lady walking around, and it's like, huh? What? Why is she here? She's here.
Wait. You've seen this before.
Yes.
Samurai.
Yes. And
Last of the Mohicans. Oh, no. What's the movie with the Indians and what's his name?
Yeah, Last of the Mohicans or Dancing with Wolves.
Yeah, Dancing with Wolves.
All right,
there
cool.
we go. That's what we want.
So, I mean, but in the year 2016, we should be able to have a movie where it's not only based on Japanese culture and not only steeped in Japanese culture, but we could have some Japanese actors and actresses. And the problem that I have with this is, once again, Hollywood is using a culture, in this case Japanese culture, and Japanese people as a background to showcase white actors and actresses. And a lot of people don't even get me started on Doctor Strange. I can't do it with Doctor Strange right now. But this might be even more egregious.
It's gonna be all right.
This might be even more egregious than
make
Doctor.
it.
We gonna make it.
We gonna make it.
I'm still gonna hate this movie.
We gonna be all right.
I'm gonna hate this movie.
We gonna be all right.
But we gonna make it. I'm gonna still hate this movie. It's because I'm so tired of getting this weak excuse of like, you have to have an actor or actress that can sell this to a wide audience. I think that we've had enough proof now on television and in film that Asian films, black films, Latino films, whatever,
Tiger Hidden Dragon
can make just as much money or be just as critically acclaimed as any white film. And in this case, if you were going to make a movie with a complete background of Japanese culture, why not just use Japanese actors and actresses in the lead role? Because then it looks weird. Unless just change it to
computer animated to make her look Asian.
And that was a dumb idea too. So the trailer, I think the effects look good.
Buck nasty. I hate you. And I hate you.
I hate your guts. I hate your trailer. I hate your trailer.
Name Negan. You look like a black Fonzie.
I hate that trailer. I hate your guts. but it's tough, man. When you look at it and you're like, this does look good. It looks like quality, but the only thing is, I feel like you're gonna have a Lucy situation because outside of the trailer, Scarlett Johansson is not that great an actress. People are gonna hate on this, but
shots fired.
Scarlett Johansson, if you were looking at the broad spectrum of all actresses, Scarlett Johansson is like a C+. You know, she's solid in roles, like she gets by, but she doesn't have a lot of range. Her range for acting is about this wide. And even in the trailer, she does that dumb smirk thing that she does in like every role she's in on Marvel and anything else. She like
you talking about the one they do the over the shoulder and she's kind of looking back.
Yeah, she does that dumb smirk. And also in the trailer, you have this the scene where she's invisible and she's fighting the guy in like the water and she punches him or uppercuts him. If you watch the trailer, the dude flips like 3 different ways. They don't even know what way they want him to flip. But I digress. Back to her acting.
Tell them why you mad, son.
Her acting isn't that great in the first place.
Mad
So if you had to sell this on an actress, you're selling it on the wrong actress. If you wanted it to be a white actress, you're selling it on the wrong one in the first place. Second thing, I think that Lucy was a fluke. And I think that Lucy will be the reason why this movie won't make a lot of money. Because Lucy was a sci-fi action film that Scarlett Johansson was in, and it was horrible. And people did not like it as much as I think they wanted them to like it. It did make some money, but I think that will be, it's kind of like fool me once. So you fool the audience once into going out and seeing her film. So I think that this time the audience is gonna reel it in, and I don't think they're gonna go out to this. And I think also Ghost in the Shell is a story that confuses a lot of people, and that could make it even worse.
I want to say this real quick. To give you a little time to recharge.
Yes,
and
yes.
cool off.
Please.
Simmer down.
Please.
When I see this, it reminds me of, it reminds me of the Aeon Flux live action when they had, what's her name?
Charlize
Theron. That was mostly like a Japanese style cartoon.
Yep.
And then you had.
But at least that character was white.
Yeah. But wasn't there another movie that came out similar to that, like a few months later? And it had a white female, and it was like in a weird, despotic world. I can't remember.
Not that I can think of. It probably sucked, so I don't remember it.
Yeah, it kind of did. So I just, I kind of feel you on your point a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, the whole backdrop, everything is steamed in just Japanese culture, background, everything, and then you got Scarlett Johansson.
And then the other guy that plays Bato is a white guy. So you got your 2 leads white, everyone else is Asian. And it's like, that doesn't look weird to you, that doesn't look out of place to you, but it's just
I gotta quote the great swindler himself with the fro. Only in America.
Only in America, boy. So you guys jump down in the comments. Let us know what you think about the Ghost in the Shell trailer. I think it does look good, but I do think it's doomed to fail.
Hold on, will you go see it? That's the big question.
Nah, I'm not going to see it. You're
a big Ghost in the Shell fan.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan of Ghost in the Shell. This isn't Ghost in the Shell. These are some people playing dress up as Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, they're doing a modified cosplay.
Yeah, this is a very expensive cosplay of Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, it's man, she looks so dumb with that wig on, with that hair. This is just so much. Just jump down in the comments below, holla at us, let us know what you think about the trailer. Yeah, because I hate everything that this movie represents, but I will admit that it looks good. Hate. All right, so next up we have the Silence trailer coming from Paramount Pictures and your man Martin Scorsese. It follows this Liam Neeson is this man of faith, the man of the cloth. He goes out to Japan. He, for some reason, the church doesn't know what happened to him. He gets lost, and you have Kylo Ren himself, Adam Driver, and Spider-Man himself, Andrew Garfield, to go and rescue this guy.
No, Hacksaw Ridge. That's
Ridge. Well, yeah, but Spider-Man made a lot more money than Hacksaw Ridge. But Hacksaw Ridge will probably get an Oscar. Spider-Man will never get an Oscar. But unless it's for like technical.
The Facebook movie.
Yeah, he was, yeah. He almost got supporting actor for that, but he didn't get it. But he was robbed on that one. Andrew Garfield, he's definitely a dope actor. Now, this trailer, I think it looks like it has everything it needs to be an Oscar film. The acting looks strong, the scenes look strong, everything looks very, very dramatic and very powerful. My problem with this is, we have another story where you have a Japanese culture, or you have an Asian culture, and you have these white guys going in there to affect some type of change. Maybe it's just this has been a bad year for it.
Let me tell you something.
But I'm
gonna bring some realism into this.
I do think it's going to be good.
Guess what? This is America. We hail from Europe, not us, not me and him, because we weren't brought here like we wanted to be.
Yeah,
Plymouth Rock landed on us. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. But that majority culture, they love going somewhere and acting like they saving somebody. So of course they have to keep that going in their movies, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So just like Ghost in the Shell, and of course with this trailer confused the hell out of me. First of all, I'm like, wow, these dudes got these weird, funky beards. Two, why does Kylo Ren look like Snoke got mad at him for losing to Ren, so he starved him to death?
He did drop some weight on this joint.
Man, I see ribs and organs pulsating.
Oh, man.
And then I see samurai, so I'm like, what is this, like Christians trying to profess God to samurais? I couldn't tell, but I got it toward the end. I got that. It was kind of confusing to me, and a little eerie looking.
It looks like one of those movies that you watch once and you're like, oh yeah, that was real deep, and you watch it like once and you never watch it again.
Watch it be on the Oscar finals.
Yeah, man, this is definitely shooting for an Oscar. You know,
it's Scorsese.
Yeah, it has everything. It has everything you need.
You just need Jack Nicholson to show up.
But you know, when it's like you look at the trailer itself is almost like a flag for imperialism. You have like these three white men going through like Asian culture.
Wait, who's our president now?
Look, man,
imperialist. I'm sorry.
Look, we gonna go. Look, the trailer, guys. Jump down in the comments below. Let us know what you thought about the trailer. I thought it looked good. I thought it's swinging for the Oscar fences. I think it'll probably pick up one because the scenes did look strong. I'm just kind of tired of seeing this type of storyline. But you guys, let us know what you think, man. I'm definitely interested to see what's cooking around in your heads. But
there was less hate that time.
Less hate. The hate's still there, but it's not as strong.
Oh. The hate, I can sell it strong with this one.
But speaking about the Emperor, Rogue One is tracking to clock in over $130 million
Bling bling.
for their very first opening weekend. And I'm gonna be honest, I think these guys might be close. I think even they might even be a little bit low at 130 million. Now, I know domestically 130 million is a lot to bring in.
I wish I had 130 million.
But I think if they come out very early with some very great reviews, say if the early reviews, everybody's giving it like 7.5 and above, I think this movie could be on track to even something like 140. Like, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for an opening weekend. But I think Rogue One, it's looking great. They have, I mean...
Can I play devil's advocate?
Oh, what if it sucks?
No. I don't think it's going to suck. It looks very good to me. And I think they really are putting their time into it and taking this very seriously. They have to uphold a legacy. But there's that contingent of Star Wars fans that they're scared of Disney milking the cow till it's dried, has dried udders. Like, you know, a certain rap producer that I had the fortune of meeting. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to drop him and then he get like blocked from certain work. He was saying that he's a Star Wars fan and he wasn't looking forward to Rogue One. And I said, why? Because they're bringing out so many movies now. And he was like, yes. Even though he did say he would look forward to the Han Solo movie. I've met a few Star Wars fans that are scared of so many movies getting produced on this kind of like conveyor belt kind of plan, you know, mass production. So you might have something, but I think to the casual fan though, and we have more casual fans than true Star Wars fans, I believe, they don't care. They want to see some lasers, shoot them up, bang, bang, spaceships explosion, and some cool fights, and of course we get the return of Lord Vader. So, it's I'm like 50-50 on the 140 thing, you know, about the numbers. I'm 50-50 on it. It's not going to bomb, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's
not going to bomb.
No.
Disney, I don't know what y'all did. I don't know if y'all signed some deal with some spirit or really.
Yeah, because this year they've been killing it.
The last 2 years they've been killing it. Their Marvel properties, Star Wars.
Their own properties for live action, like Jungle Book. Like they've made a lot.
They've probably made close
money.
to, dare I say, maybe 10. I'm gonna say between 5 and 8 billion.
They've made a lot of money these last 2 years, a lot of money.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about in the theaters. We're not even talking about like
TV
DVDs
shows,
and whatever rights, you know, when they sell the
stuff.
rights to HBO and stuff like that. We're not even talking about that stuff. So that's a lot of money. But I think
and
as far as the
amount
amount,
of monopoly.
Not really.
Okay.
It's a little different. Not exactly.
Okay, just making sure. I just going back to my Rockefeller laws I learned in school.
Oh,
you know,
man.
I paid attention in school. You know.
But it's mad. I think the idea of one film a year isn't really that bad. I mean, because that's almost people say that about Star Wars because it's something cool to say. But you don't say that, you know, people don't say that about like boxing movies or like drama movies or like romantic comedies.
Well, I have my property that I love. We kind of faced that a little bit. Star Trek, they had to kill it for a while.
Well, because they weren't good. If Star Trek movies were all good, people wouldn't care about one a year. People would have been fine. The problem is when they start making, this is like Westerns. Remember when Westerns, there were tons of Westerns. But Westerns died because they weren't good. Because they weren't good.
They would just put them out because they're like, oh, it sells. We're going to just keep throwing them out.
But if you put them out and they're good.
People are scared that Star Wars might reach that level or comic book movies.
I don't think so. Because
well,
they might come out a lot, but I don't think the quality is going to
Disney
drop.
know if they mess up this Star Wars that even though George Lucas is not dead, he'll be rolling over in his grave and all of the dark side of the Force will come in.
Nah.
Kill that good mojo if they did do that. Like, it's too much respect for that to happen.
I don't think the level of quality that Disney is putting into everything, I don't see them screwing up Star Wars.
I mean, they're not gonna screw
just
nothing
this
up.
year we've had Zootopia, that was top quality. Jungle Book, top quality. You had, was it Civil War? Top quality. You had Doctor Strange. I've heard people like it. I've heard people that don't like it, but I'm pretty sure it's Top quality.
Top
so
quality.
then you have, well, Cinderella isn't. I mean, that's Beauty and the Beast. The trailers look good, you know what I'm saying? Except the little teacups and stuff look kind of weird. But that's not my demographic. But everything they've put out has been top quality, and I haven't even talked about Pixar stuff. So like, I don't see them putting out like a bad Star Wars.
Disney is smart. They pulling a Houdini on everyone, kind of like how Nike is. Nike is retroing all the old Jordans that cats wanted back in the day that they couldn't get because they didn't have the money.
Kids.
Now they got jobs.
Yeah.
So now Disney is going back and hitting all them classics. They got Star Wars, which is like almost anyone born from the 70s and up, even adults, that was adults back then.
Yeah.
And they refreshing that, and they know they're going to get those old heads, plus the sons and grandsons and possible great-grandsons.
Uh-huh.
So they got like the all-winning formula. They know that this is one of those properties that people always kind of wanted more because the way George Lucas did it, he only had the expanded universe with the novels and the comic books.
Yeah.
And then you did have Clone Wars later, but now that they got it, they're tapping into that thirst that people had because of the lack of Star Wars for years.
Yeah.
And they're also doing that with rehashing.
And they're doing it with quality because
they're not going to mess it up, but they're not trying to mess up their bottom line.
Yeah, even their comics are dope. Now, not every
they're
comic...
expensive as heck, but they're dope.
Not all of the comics are hits. Like Poe Dameron, in my opinion, isn't a hit. But Darth Vader, the Star Wars comic book, Princess Leia's book, there's a lot of those books. Kanan's book. A lot of those books are hits. Now you do have like Chewie had like a little series.
Yeah,
it wasn't a hit, but a lot of their novels are dope.
Lando
like
had
Lost
one.
Stars is a dope book. Bloodlines is a dope book. Dark Disciple is a dope book.
What's the one that came out last year that was a continuation of the story from Clone Wars? And you had Ventress and then that kind
Dark
of...
Disciple.
That's Dark Disciple.
Mm-hmm.
I have that. I haven't had... Life happened, so I haven't had a chance to finish reading it.
I read it. It's good. So, I had the audiobook, so I listened to it. But hey man, LA traffic, you can get through a book mad easy. But
he's not lying about that. I've been to LA.
But I think not only will it be quality, but I think if this movie connects with the audience the way I think it will, because of they have people that worked on like 0.30, Saving Private Ryan, stuff like that, and then also Disney making sure that it hits the story beats and it's well directed. I think this thing could easily hit 140.
We get to see some walkers in the desert, not in that ice. That looked dope in that trailer.
And I think the secret that they're hiding with this movie is Darth Vader. I think Darth Vader, like we've only seen a little bit in the trailers. I think he's gonna have a crazy scene in this film, and I think this might be about ready to hit 140. I'm really excited for it.
One thing I like from what I've seen, they recreated the old sets. Like it had that old 1979, 77 feel. Instead of trying to update everything, but like some of the stuff that the Rebels had, like the glowing globe and then the lady with the long hair. Yeah. It made you feel kind of like you was looking at them old sets from the original Star Wars.
Just with
instead
HD
of them trying
quality.
to update it and put something new. Like, well, since this is 2016, no, they took it back to that. So I really like that too.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So next up, we got the 20th anniversary of Star Trek First Contact, which, in my opinion, was probably one of the better movies that I remember seeing of Star Trek. Now, I don't remember every single part about it, except that it was just about the Borg. And it had like the Borg lady.
That's what he has me here for, because I can tell you every single part of the movie if you wanted me to. But.
So as looking back at 20 years, where does Star Trek First Contact rank in Star Trek films as a whole? The old and the new universe.
Well, First Contact was one of the movies where I actually went and saw that movie with a friend of mine. Shout out to Keith, middle school. That's where I saw that movie at. In hindsight and going back and researching that I do as a true Trekologist that I am, First Contact was the Wrath of Khan of the Next Gen movies. I didn't know this until I had read it, and also at the Star Trek convention recently, the 50th that I went to. Basically, Star Trek Generations, which was Star Trek 7, it had a lot of studio mandates. The original series, crew had to be there for 10 minutes. It had to have Klingons, and it had to have time travel. And so, the directors and stuff, they were kind of hamstrung and had to do with what Paramount wanted.
Yeah.
And then too, when I watched it, it was a decent movie. It had good points, but it felt like just an extra long episode for the Next Generation.
Okay.
So they were saying they would wanted to do better and right the wrongs they did in Generations with First Contact. That's the same feeling they had for Wrath of Khan when they were making that from the motion picture. People felt that the motion picture, even though it made decent money for back then, it was a boring, long movie. I like the motion picture. I'm a Star Trek fan, so I find the good in every movie. But, so that's why they did what they did with Wrath of Khan. So that's why Two Takes Frakes, also known as Commander Riker, he got to put his name in the hat to be the director. And come to find out from the article you sent me, him and Alfred Whittier are like close friends.
So
that's,
big shout out to Alfred Whittier doing
now,
the thing.
That's hindsight talking. When I saw that movie was straight up dope. It was slightly scary. I mean, you saw the Borg on TV. And the Borg were insurmountable on TV.
Yeah.
And they had been using the Borg not too much, but they used them a few more times.
They were a good long-term villain.
Yeah, but they used them a good few times on Next Gen, and then they didn't use them except for the flashback of the first episode of Deep Space Nine. And it's funny, at the same time that they were using the Borg on First Contact, they were going to introduce them on Voyager, because they're in the Delta Quadrant. And they upped their game on their costumes and everything. Of course, you got a movie budget. And then I found out from research and reading the articles, they use like reptiles and turtle shells and snake skin as inspiration for the Borg.
Oh, okay.
So the Borg were just straight up scary in that movie. Like they could touch you and they would straight up assimilate you because they had assimilation tools that, And that movie was just dope. The music was good. I'm big on having the music being good to a movie. I own the soundtrack. Like that soundtrack is classic. And another thing about that movie, it shares parallels with Star Trek Wrath of Khan to me too. Both of those movies are revenge movies. Wrath of Khan is Khan going after Kirk. If you remember when Chekhov found this buckle and saw, "What me, babe? Oh no!" There was a bookshelf and it had Moby Dick.
Okay.
So Khan is going after Kirk, kind of like Captain Ahab.
Okay.
Well, fast forward for the wrong that Kirk of abandoning him and marooning him.
Okay.
Fast forward to First Contact. Picard, he got assimilated by the Borg, became Locutus, was forced to fight the Federation. The Borg come back. His whale are the Borg. They even made a direct link to it. My famous scene when Alfred Whittier, excuse me, I said her name wrong. She says, "Picard, you need to blow up the damn ship." And he's like, "No!" And he breaks the glass in the display room. He's like, "I will not give up the ship. They invade our space, we fall back. They invade our space, we fall back. I will draw the line here, not the board." And then she calls him, "All right, Captain Ahab, I guess I'll see you later." And then that snaps him into reality. And he starts quoting Moby Dick to her. And, no, she called him Captain Ahab. And he's like, "What?" She's like, "You do read in the 24th century, right?" And that's what made him snap. So then he quoted that to her. And she's like, "Well, actually, I never really read it." So that lets you know how Star Trek stays in tune with other literary works that are big and composite into the movie. But it was a good movie for action, good pacing, and a good storyline. That was to me, out of the Next Gen movies, that's the best one. I did like the last Next Gen movie, even though a lot of people don't like that one, Star Trek Nemesis. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
People don't like that movie. I do because it focused on the Romulans War. They never really did that. But this movie, though, First Contact, it was just dope. The cinematography, the special effects, the introduction of the Enterprise E, because the Enterprise D that we all grew up and knew on the show got destroyed at Narendra 3 in Generations.
Okay.
So the Enterprise E was dope looking, and one thing I realized in thinking about this movie, the Klingons have been an important race to Star Trek. Every single Star Trek movie, except for this last one, Star Trek Beyond, has had some type of Klingon of some way, shape, or form.
You know what? Yeah.
Star Trek 1 had the 3 Klingon ships, and when they first
Klingon ships are always cool too.
Yeah.
Just a side note.
Yeah, you had the first Klingons with the bumpy forward bridges.
Were they in?
Well, no.
They were into darkness. Yeah, because they went.
That was Tony Todd.
They went to try to start the war.
They were trying to prevent that, and that was actually Tony Todd who actually played Kern in the darkness,
AKA Candyman.
Yes, and also the voice of Zoom on Flash. But he was a Klingon before. Star Trek 2, they had the same scene of the Klingon ships. Christopher Lloyd played crew in Star Trek 3, and then he had his ship. Star Trek 4, you had his ship where they used that to go back in time to save the whales.
Okay.
You had Klingons in 5 with Captain Claw, and you had ships there. Star Trek 6, that's when the Federation ends the Cold War with the Klingons, which is an allegory for the U.S. and Russia.
Yeah, for the U.S. and Russia, yeah.
Then you had Klingons in Star Trek Generations, because of Lursa Bator and another Klingon bird of prey. And I noticed they used the same footage from Star Trek 6 for the explosion. Like, they be reusing footage and don't think if you...
Sometimes you gotta reuse that joint, man.
And then from Star Trek First Contact on, Worf was always in there. So that's a Klingon right there.
True.
And then in Star Trek, the reboot, there was supposed to be a Klingon scene where they showed the Romulans, Nero at Rura Penthe, which is the Klingon, the lithium mining prison. They cut that scene, but if you get the special edition, that's there. And then, of course, Into the Darkness. So this is the first movie Beyond with no Klingons, unless they was in the background at Yorktown. There was no Klingons there.
Did Beyond have no?
Unless they were walking around, which I don't think they were at Yorktown because they're enemies.
I'm trying to think if there were any of the enslaved people at the
They weren't Klingons. They was like new cats you never seen before.
Yeah.
The only enslaved people you saw was with them 3 that tried to fight Scotty, and then Jada came and whooped that booty.
Yeah. And what alien was she? Did they ever say what race she was?
No, they never said.
Just like
she's there and she's cool and she can fix
pretty
stuff.
albinos. That's all they are. Like,
yeah.
And that also Star Trek Beyond had the cool blue jackets. Them joints look kind of like Macross or Gundam jackets.
I tell you what took the cake though was that bomber jacket Scotty had. I would love a Nuvos to go recreate that. I would spend the pretty coinage to go get that so I could be walking around with that bomber jacket.
Word. Well, yo, guys, if you haven't seen it, definitely check out Star Trek First Contact. I definitely think it's worth it. The Borg, in my opinion, are the best villain in Star Trek as a whole, but that's just kind of because of like the power the Borg has.
They always come back with a new trick.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like Brainiac. Similar to like Brainiac is in Superman. Like he's never truly dead.
Another thing, this is the 20th anniversary. Next year will be the 30th anniversary for Next Generation.
Ooh, all right. Well, you guys can get y'all Star Trek Next Generation love on.
Peace.
That's right. So, our last story for today, we're going to be covering something that's more of just like a big shout out to our girl that we have loved for so long. Angela Bassett has been confirmed to be cast in Black Panther. And it's just pretty much a shout out. We're just saying, yo, this is dope. The movie keeps adding talent. And I'm glad to see Angela Bassett still shining. She's doing her thing on American Horror Story for the last, 4 or 5 years or whatever. And now she's going to be in Black Panther with a stellar cast. Like, they have Chadwick Boseman, who we already know is dope as Black Panther. They have Lupita Nyong'o. They have Forrest Whitaker. They have the director, who is Ryan Coogler, who has not directed not only Creed, but he also did the Station, with Michael B. Jordan. I know you guys jumped out of the comments. You know who it is. The train station. I can't remember the name of the movie, but
the Chasing the Pelham one?
It's based on. It's based on a true story, but I can't remember the name of the story. Okay. The station right now. But anyway, stellar cast. It's dope. What do you think? How do you think this bodes for the upcoming Black Panther film?
Pure dopeness. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think in small increments, and I think the comic book genre has allowed us to be able to do this, is where you don't see black films with all black casts being pigeonholed into either it has to be a comedy or a black style drama rom-com, a la like
Almost Christmas?
Something like that. Or Love and Basketball or Tyler Perry-ish.
Or Soul Food.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not hating on none of that. Those are all good movies. But you got a black cast that's gonna actually be on like a good storyline. Yeah, there'll be some capes and maybe some flying and some technology and techno jargon babble. But it's really good. I mean, I'm glad that she got added.
Yeah.
I really think they're about to craft something really nice, and
I think this is going to
prepare for the copycats. I mean, that's a good thing because it'll break out a new genre of media, and maybe it'll give us a chance to see some Afro sci-fi more now.
Yeah. What I really hope Black Panther does, because adding talent is never a bad thing. And, you know, I think this might be one of the first movies where this pushes, like you said, Afro science fiction, you know, Afrofuturism forward. And I think if this movie does well and kills it, I think we might have an opportunity to get some milestone love on the big screen. Possibly. We never know. Possibly.
How you gonna go there like that?
Why not?
And then you gonna flip the script on me and it cause my slight anger towards that situation to bubble up a little bit. 'Cause usually it's you that happens. But
we know DC is not doing nothing, unfortunately, with Milestone.
I don't want
to
talk about that Phantom announcement that happened. Was that 2 years, almost 3 years ago?
Boy. With the whole Milestone is back and Milestone didn't do crap. But hopefully, say this movie comes out and does like 700-800 million.
So that might force DC's hand to do
this
something.
This could push DC to say, hey.
But do they own that property?
Yeah, DC owns Milestone.
Oh, okay.
Just like a perfect example, you saw how Empire came out. It was extremely popular, and now everybody wants to make, you know, some kind of Empire-esque.
I want to let you know I've never seen an episode of that.
Well, I mean, it's not for everybody.
And I'm not hating on it. I like comment. Just because I don't like it don't mean I'm hating.
Yeah, it's hopefully I think that could do well for Afrofuturism, Afro sci-fi, stuff like that. Because there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that are writing sci-fi that you might not know about, like Brandon Easton or Jeffrey Thorne, stuff like that have been doing it for years. And I think if this movie hits and is not only critically acclaimed but also brings in the bucks, I think we can see that, man. I think we can really see that.
If Will Smith had did The Matrix, I think we would have seen it sooner.
Well, Hancock did make like 700 and some change million. I think if he would have did a sequel, we might have been able to see some other stuff come out.
Notice that when they kept trying to talk about doing that sequel, they kept talking about, we're going to focus on Charlie Theron's character. They kept trying to leave him out.
True.
Why that is? I mean, I'm just saying.
I think we all know why it is.
Yeah.
But that is our time, guys.
I think your Facebook was about to get shut down. You were just saying too much wrong stuff.
But that is our time, guys. We had a wonderful time with you. Jump down in the comments below. Let us know what you think about all the topics we ran through, from Angela Bassett to Star Trek to Star Wars, making buku dollars. But, of course, before I get out of here, Avery, where can people find you at?
Right now, check out WRIR.
Word up.
FM 97.3 or go to WRIR.org. You'll hear my voice, Grace, and sometimes you'll hear things that I help produce. I'm not the only producer, so I'm not trying to take all the credit, please. But sometimes you might hear something that was produced by me. But something should be bubbling on the horizon soon, and you'll hear my voice much more.
All right, cool. And of course, for me, guys, you can check out ThatNERDSoul.com. Go there, check out all of my videos. They are there just for you to consume. And you can also drop me a line right down at the bottom and see everything that I've done personally and also with AfterBuzz and a host of crazy kids. And also don't forget to hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com. Pick yourself up a t-shirt, a hat, a pair of socks, or something for you and your people for this holiday season. Then come back right here, like, comment, and subscribe, and never forget to share, man. For real, don't be stingy with that nerd soul. And before I get out of here, LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And a special thank you to Capital Ale House down here in downtown Richmond. Of course, this is us to you saying, peace.